What's going on, YouTube? Back again with another video. Yesterday was my daughter's 25th birthday, and I met her in Jersey. I'm in Delaware. Met her in Jersey. She's in Long Island, New York, and she pulled some stuff for me out of storage. So I have it here. Just thought I'd show you what I picked up so far. First is this silicone Howard S Studios '89 Batman. And much of what I've pulled out so far, you guys saw in the last video, had some damage to it, but I'll run through the condition of these pieces. So this one was fine. It's just a little dusty, so that'll clean off today, a little later. The one thing I did notice about this piece, which can be a problem with some silicone pieces, is that this has begun to leach. And I don't know if you can see it in this lighting, but along the side here, it's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a little glazed leak from the silicone, and it's a little tacky. I don't think that you can stop that, so I'll have to continue monitoring that. But aside from that, everything was perfect. The bat symbol, probably the black portion of it, could use some freshening up. The tips of the horn wasn't damaged in storage. This was damaged when I received it from Howard, just on the way it was packed. I really don't know how to straighten those out. So this one came out fine. And just so you guys know, this stuff has been in storage for about 5 years in public storage in a climate controlled unit out in Long Island. And a lot of these pieces had mold damage, pieces broke away. The pieces that had like physical damage was all on me. I had to be out of the old house by a certain date, and it was a lot of time to take these pieces apart, wrap them properly, box them, put them into storage, drive them over to storage. And towards the end there, I just started throwing stuff in boxes and just to get them out of the house. So this piece arrived fine as well. This is Michael Myers from H2, Halloween 2. And this was put together by Tom Spina. The coveralls are the correct coveralls with what we try to do is screen accurate damage, weathering, real lamps, and I gave all these parts to Tom Spina, and he put this together for me. The mask is a Warlock, Cemetery Gate Productions, Terry's Warlock, the Blood Tears version. And this piece, everything was fine, save for the head came apart from the body. So I was able to put that back in, and I just have to pose it correctly. Not too happy with the way it looks right now. Maybe a slightly more upright with the head. The hair, of course, I'm gonna have to mess with and get it back to the way it was, which I'm not good at. Then the other piece she pulled out for me was Fishzilla's Chatterer Cenobite. And this was produced many years ago. In my estimation of all the Cenobite pieces I see, this is one of the nicest sculpted pieces. I had this finished by Rick Cantu. It's a resin piece, and everything's fine with this, thankfully, except for that little rub spot on the corner of the shoulder. And she also pulled out my Nick Treysos Sam Loomis. This is Nick Nag. And this was in a box that got crushed, and I don't know if you can tell, but the head is slightly flattened on this side, but it seems to be getting back its shape. Of course, I got to put together the clothes again the way it was and cut it off and neaten it, tighten it up. So that's why it's on the floor. So those are the 3 pieces. Oh, and I also got, she brought over my stasis chamber. And this was when we pulled it out of her pickup truck. Man, all we heard was clanging, and we thought that the acrylic tube was broken. And I was like, oh man. But it turned out all the metal pieces, I forgot that I had taken this apart, and what we heard was all the clanging of the metal pieces. But this still works. Everything is in good condition. John Allred, he did the paint up of the face hugger and put in the proboscis, and he also did a little custom sculpting work to get it to attach in there. This lights up. So that came yesterday. Then the week before last, I picked this up. I pulled this out of storage. This is Bobby Causey's Heath Ledger Joker. Thankfully, another piece that everything was fine with. Just had to fix up the clothing a bit, and I changed the stand just to get this to display here. Not that any of this is a final how I want this to look, but pull this one out. We also pulled Bobby's crow, and this had a lot of damage, had a lot of it was overrun with mold, and I'll go through that with you right now. I pulled my Bobby Casey crow from storage, and as you can see, look at all the mold on the leather jacket, and you see it on the shirt, which this is super upsetting. Nothing on the hair, thankfully, and the face seems to be okay. So I'll have to work on trying to clean the jacket. But just wanted to show you what these pieces look like after being in storage, climate controlled supposedly, for 5 years, boxed. So here's how it looks. I just cleaned up half, one side of it. There actually is some mold in the hair, but I'm gonna have to work on that when I get home. And kind of spruce up the hair, lock it into place again. These are all drip marks when Bobby did this piece, because it was raining all the time. Can't rain all the time. The jacket he had looked wet, so those areas didn't get affected, but the rest did. So yeah, as you see, this is how it looks cleaned up now. I think I got all the mold off the jacket and off the hair. We also pulled Blue Box Hyper's Volok. So I was happy to get this piece out. This is just as creepy as Regan over there. The eyes light up in this, but I don't have batteries in there. The last piece I pulled out was, I don't have a lot of licensed pieces, but I pulled out this, I had this Sideshow Terminator endoskull. So pull this out, and this still works. No damage to this either. The eyes still light up. Some smaller pieces that I pulled out was this Phantasm Sphere, and this was damaged. Here's another example of something I pulled out of storage and it's just overrun with mold. I did a little wipe down just to see if it comes off the metal or if this is rust, but it's definitely mold. So I'll be working on trying to clean this up. So this is how it came out. As you can see like, I guess some tarnishing. I'm gonna try to give it a once over again to see if I can get it more back to its original condition. But I do see, you see the, again, I don't know if that's tarnish or that's just the mold ate through the chrome or what the story is. That's unfortunate, and I have other spheres in storage. So many boxes in there to find it, even though everything's labeled, is tough. So, but that's my first try at removing everything. So I cleaned up decently, but I may upgrade that to a Paragon FX sphere. And I also pulled out my Predator 2 sphere, and everything was fine with this, but for whatever reason I can't find the plaque, and it wasn't in the box, so I don't know if I lost that when I was packing these things up, but that's missing. Hopefully it's in another box somewhere. And the other thing is I pulled out Peter Murphy's Predator, the shoulder cannon and the silicone neck ring. So he's complete, except I have a bone necklace for this, which is in another box that I just gotta find in storage. So that's what I got. When it comes in terms of the best I can do for now in terms of display. Again, in the last video, a lot of people messaged me on Facebook and stuff like that with some really cool suggestions on display cabinets. I don't think I'm prepared to spend that much on them yet. So these will do for now. My old display area was one big cluttered mess. I had so much stuff in just a small space, and I don't want that to happen in this area. So I'll just show you, this is kind of the area that I'm using right now to display, but the rest of the basement belongs to the kids, and it's their play area, which is pretty big. We're still putting this place together, but you know, we got a couch set TV for them. So, you know, later this month I want to take a trip to Long Island and pick up some more stuff, but where do I put it so that this doesn't, it's already beginning to look a little cluttered with all that stuff on the bar. So I got to figure that out. I do have, I'll show you the unfinished side of this basement. As you can see, is really deep. A lot of space to play with in here. Back there we have the roughing for another bathroom in the basement. We can probably close this off as a mechanical room, leave this storage area as is, but we could probably create another bedroom here because look at how much space is here, right? And that wall is where behind that wall is where all the props are currently. So if I make a doorway or blow this wall out, I could come back here. And this would be more than enough space to display this stuff. But we want this to be functional, so we'll probably make that a bedroom. So it would be a doorway like into another section of a display room is probably what we would do. Not that anyone cares, but for the people that I talk to, been talking to regularly, give them an general idea of what this space is like, how it differs from the old house. And that's basically, here's my chair. Hopefully you just can sit down and enjoy this stuff while the kids play, you know, in the other area. A lot of empty space in these lower cabinets. I don't want to clutter them up, and I haven't themed everything yet. So this is all just, you know, pulling stuff and just putting them wherever they fit. And then I'll work out everything else, I guess, later. The next few pieces that I hope to pick up in the end of March, everything's like an unboxing for me, you know, like this is all, it's that's how it feels, like getting new stuff, even though I'm just pulling old stuff out of storage. But getting this stuff out and on display after 5 years has been really nice. Probably Pinhead Tall Man, my Pat McGee American Werewolf in London bust. My silicone pumpkin head. Get some of that stuff out. I'd love to get Darth Vader, but it's too big for my truck. Even though that's taken down, torn apart in pieces, but the mannequin is so huge. It's about 7 feet. And most likely everything that I had before is not going to be on display this go around. Like I said in the other video, I do plan to downsize and just keep the stuff that I really like. Over the years, I think I'm less worried about screen accuracy and just what looks nice to me. And that's kind of like where my focus will be now. Everything in here that's on display here, most likely this is all stuff I'm keeping. I probably wouldn't sell. I'd like to get more artwork up. I have that sideshow from years ago, that Terminator frame that Arnold signed, autographed. I gotta get that out. And I have a Sandy Colora, the guy who did Batman Dead End. I have a hand-drawn Predator by him that I want to put up too. I have those in the storage section. I just haven't been too lazy to put it all up. So that's it, fellas. Hope everyone's doing well. Nice to reconnect with a lot of guys that I haven't spoken to in quite a while. I still follow everyone's videos. But hopefully I'll be a little more active in the hobby soon. Not collecting wise, just pulling stuff out and commenting on people's stuff and everything like that. So hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you guys real soon.